Hey everybody, don't get anxious, get prepared. Your career engineer right here. And today we're going to talk about all those rumors, those things you've heard. Well, in some cases, the rumors are true. Layoffs, downsizing, what's happening this season. So get your pen and paper, share this broadcast, do your digital devices. We're going to get into this conversation, take some live questions. Give me 15 minutes and we will change your Monday morning. So don't get anxious, get prepared. Y'all know how I say it, right? Here we go. I'm going. I really am. This is live. This is live. I just missed my little tag. Here it is. Here we go. Yeah, so that's what's up. So that's what we're talking about today. We're going to talk about these layoffs, these closings. And if you're someone that's been impacted by this, we know the tech company has done some things. Hey, what goes up comes down. I've got some tips for you that you can use right now and prepare. If you are hearing the rumors around the virtual or the traditional water cooler, pay attention, start thinking. Get yourself prepared for what's next. This broadcast is being presented by TCEnow.com. Go to our website, follow us, and enjoy this broadcast. But if you are enjoying it, please make sure you follow, subscribe, like, share, set the reminder so you don't miss anything. We have news that comes out on Fridays. Subscribe to our subscribe to our news weekly and some other emails we have there so you can know the latest news going to your inbox first directly from me. That's what's up. So today we're talking about those layoffs, those closings, and the next step. And for all of us, I know, the reports have come out. The market is still looking fabulous for employees. And we're still at this weird place that no one really knows who's in charge. Is it the employer because they have slowed down some hiring and they have laid off some people? Or does the employee still have the deciding factor? It doesn't matter as far as I'm concerned. What I want you to do is to get prepared and not anxious. All right. So here's one of the first things I will say to people who have been laid off. All right. One of the first things, because some of that is happening right now. In fact, I've gotten emails and reach outs from you all that you did get that surprise Friday conversation and the little digital pink slip or traditional one. First thing I need you to do, I know you just transitioned, got some new tech skills because everyone said tech is booming. Tech is longevity. You can feel satisfied here. And now you're laid off. But breathe, exhale, okay? I need you to do that because when you're anxious, you make lousy decisions. But when get your feelings out, do what you got to do. When you exhale, now you can start to think about some strategies and some intentional moves for your next step. So first things first, if you are under layoff, like you just got it, maybe you got your 60-day notice because in America, certain employers with a certain number of people on payroll needs to give you at least 2 months. I mean, that's the right thing to do, right? Well, okay, breathe. Some companies, they'll make sure you connect with your human resources professional, whether your exit interviews or they have outplacement services, which your severance is all about if you qualify for those things, your healthcare coverage, all those types of things to figure out where you are. It's important to assess where you are without making that assessment when you're anxious. Again, anxiety makes terrible decisions when you've got some critical things that you need to deal with. So first, make sure you get all the facts of what happens next, timelines, again, insurances, all those types of things, severance and your money and that type of thing, right? Get with that first. The second thing, of course, everyone's entitled to this. You can choose to use it or not, but your dollars have paid for the services provided by your county or your state to help you with the transition of layoff. Sometimes the company will partner with your unemployment agency, bring employers in before they let you go or let you know who's hiring or free services that you might qualify for. Okay. So, hey, if you're where you've been paying taxes all these years can help you to get your resume beefed up or get you a one-on-one with some things. Yes, it's government. So you're going to have to do paperwork, digital or otherwise, and invest time at government locations or virtual training from government entities, but you paid for it. So use it, right? Get your benefits, find out what you qualify for. There might even be some retraining or something else that you're not aware of that your tax dollars have paid for. Okay. So do that. I need to also say to my layoff people, like I said, I know you've been here before. Some of us got new jobs after the whole global chaos of the pandemic and how it just flattened every kind of workforce thing going on. But I got to say this to everyone, and even though we've had 500,000 jobs in the previous jobs report, which was fantastic, and we still have about 11 million that's not been filled. These open jobs, 11 million, which is fantastic. Job search is still a full-time job. It is still a full-time job, and all of you who are so used to just sitting, I'm just going to do Indeed and ZipRecruiter and side note, I am not getting paid by them or anything. I've got no endorsements or non-endorsements of each of them, but they are very popular. And if you just sit on your doing that all day, that ain't a job search. It really isn't. So this is a full-time job. Your job search needs to be your job. So you decide to work it Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 to 2, or every day from 9 to 4, or Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays. You decide to clock in and work it. Please understand it's a full-time job. And this means not just the engagement, but you have to also have strategy. This is where career coaches, people like me, can help. Or again, use all your free services available to you. Because TCE is not free. I just keep it up. I have value like you do too, right? But exhaust all your free resources. If you haven't gotten where you need to gotten, if you didn't get to where you are, then invest in your professional development with someone else. But you've got to work 40 hours a week in your job search. You have to. I mean, that's a minimum. I mean, if you're seriously looking to get hired in another place, new space, you understand why you were laid off. If you're trying to avoid, to the best of your ability, that scenario again, you got to put 40 hours in this thing. And so that's 1 week. And ask this, have you really, if you're in the market, you haven't found your next, or have you really placed that much time in 1 week, a 40-hour week in your job search? Most folks are no, they haven't. Because if you did, trust me, you would have, I know what the numbers would say. So anyway, you want to get an A, B, and a C plan. I want to get into myself over that. I will preach on that 40-hour job search for that week. But you got to have a plan. Planning is critical. Layoffs, okay? You know why you were laid off, okay? Most of this technology stuff is due to people are not, cutbacks, right? Inflation went up, companies are cutting back, they're increasing, they're increasing wages, so they're going to cut costs. And one of the biggest cut costers are those digital social media ads. So a lot of this data jobs that were created were sort of tied to digital sales and social media sales, and that has changed. So you have to pay attention to the economy. You've got to pay attention to policy as well. But ABC, you got to think of the 3 areas where you're a rock star. Only 3, not 12, but only 3. But think about where you want your brand to go to. Plan A is this. Plan B is this. Plan C is this. You come up with that. And yes, 40 hours a week for these things, right? It's important. If you put the muscle in it, you all will see better results. But if you're just doing here and there and only one, like your tunnel vision, I'm only going to do this time. That's what happens. You stay in the tunnel. You'll get there eventually, but you stay in the tunnel. Tap into your contacts. So yes, you're going to have your strategy. Remember, I said A, B, C. You're going to think it through, not be anxious and reactive. You're going to plan, think this through. All right. Now you're going to tap into the folks who know you and love you and like you and trust you and have no problem referring you or connecting you or giving you some wise counsel at times like this. Yeah, social groups, your contacts. You've got this little wonderful device, right? You've got people in there. I'm assuming you're not just letting them take up your data space and they have no value. So you want to reach out. High tech, low tech, you decide. But you definitely want to let your market, your contacts, your network, your tribe, how else can I say, your groups, your peeps, your friends, whatever you want to call them, to let them know you're in a transition, you're looking to do something different. And outside of your contacts, because that's also networking, low-tech way, niche boards. Again, word of mouth is as much as we are internet geeks. And I tell you, I'm going to have to, I think next month, I know March is all about springing into your future, but I got to talk about the AI stuff, right? All the AI stuff that's going to be affecting your jobs, right? And your future, right? But that's where word of mouth comes in, because the AI stuff is going to start doing stuff to make word of mouth more valuable than ever before. But I digress. So your niche boards, Googling for work, understanding how to use Google. We search for airplane tickets. I've been searching for hotels. I search for my, my next gig, next time I'm going to go on a vacation. How about work? If you don't know how to do that, of course you can learn it, or you get yourself a coach, someone like me, or strategist. I really hate the name coach. I really do, but I know that's what people call me. But I don't hate it. I just prefer to be called a strategist. But how to use some of these high tech and high touch and low tech skills for you to get where you need to go, particularly those of you who are in the market laying off. And being that we're doing this on a Monday, it's always good to start this thing fresh at the end of the month or before your new month, so you can give your 30 days and put your power plan to play. Okay. I got to say network for real, not network for fake. It's got to be real networking. Okay. Vetted, traditional, boutique, solid gatherings. My definition of a network is it's not who you know, it's who knows you, right? So it ain't about 1,000 people you need to know. You might have a trusted 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 or 7 friends or colleagues who really, again, know, like, trust you and have no problem opening up some access and opportunity for you. If you don't have that, you need to get to some real networking. But there are some great boutique or vetted or traditional things right now to everyone that's, you have been laid off or impacted. Yes, there are career fairs, traditional ones like we did in the old days showing up. You still have virtual opportunities, a career fair showing up. Sure, you should try those. Those are traditional. Those are helpful. If you're an alumni of any college or university, you can still tap into their services if they have job fairs or career fairs or things of that nature. But don't discount vetted ones. There's some small boutique, non-traditional places where entrepreneurs, employers, and employees get in the room. Find those places. There may be places like that you totally take for granted and don't think about it. One such place, like you're in the 757, we're having our TCE first Tuesday in March. Guess who's going to be in the room? Employees, entrepreneurs, employers, and you. So that's an example of a boutique solid gathering of people who you can get to know and they can get to know you. But have your brand ready. Okay. Have your brand ready. And I can't say this enough. This is the bottom line. Some of those non-traditional boutique vetted networking. So think outside the bun, people. You like sports, maybe you're creative, you go to music stuff, you're into arts, maybe you have young children or school-age children, you're involved in things that they're involved in. Maybe you're waiting for someone at dance class. How do you know another parent is not an entrepreneur, an employer, or an employee who may have access and opportunity? And it's not always me. This is where relationships come in. And I got to do this side note too. This is extra Monday day. Please don't always tap into your network when you need something from them. That's not relationship building. I'm always asking you something when I need you, and then when I get what I got or got what you gave me, I ain't got time for you anymore. That's networking for other folks. That's not TCE relationship. Because warning, relationship networkers know when you only show up to ask us for something. And we tend to we know a way of saying not today or tomorrow. So be careful of that. So keep your network fluent. Most of you, when you get jobs, you stop networking. Big mistake. Big mistake. You should keep your networks and get to know your people that helped you get there, or even while you're there, still keep your networks branded. It's relationships that help you keep your revenue. So if a layoff happens, guess what? Oh, I know my peeps know me and I know my peeps, and I've already got a incubator already built that I've been building relationships with, so that if the pink slip shows up, I'm not anxious versus prepared. That's another freebie for today. You really need to get that tip, right? Let me put here on the screen. I see some comments coming in. I'm going to look at them. We've blogged about this with some more details, so definitely check out our website, tcenow.com. But we have our blog, so we've got lots of content there. But there is this one talking about layoffs, right? And I'm going to make sure I put this video in here to talk about it as well. Let's see what you're saying this morning and see what's going on. Carla, what's up, Carla Jenkins? Hope all is good. Right. You need to routinely check in on people, not just when you need something. Yeah. Because I'm going to tell you, we've learned, I've been, those of you who've known me, I think Carla is someone who's known me for quite a bit. I'm big on real, as I say, real relationship building, not just relationships. There's tons of relationships out here. I'm talking about real relationship building. And that does involve time, investment of time, talent, and treasure. Sometimes that's fine. But then when you are in need, when you need something and you go to your circles, they got your back. That's what we're talking about. And that's a different level of investment. That's why I'm also a big fan of boutique stuff. So listen, those are my tips. I'm going to give them real quick again for some of you that missed it, but do catch the replay. Next month, again, it's going to be March. I have got to talk about AI. Normally I talk about spring into your future and things of that nature, but I tell you, this everybody jumping on the AI, and Google has theirs, but how is that going to affect your job? Oh my God, there's certain industries that they're using this technology, but I'm like, do y'all know that might replace you? So you better make some decisions early on before we go any closer. But I'm gonna tell you, I think I really got to talk about that next March. But let me see. I think I had another comment that said something on a videos to views. What's up? Good stuff. Thank you. I appreciate it. Please make sure you share us, like us, all that kind of good things. Subscribe and let us know. If you have questions or comments about what we've said today or what I might say tomorrow. Now on next week, I'm going to put my email up here because I know it's here somewhere. Got to find it. Where is it? Well, I can't find it, y'all, but it's info@tcenow.com. But we're going to have our Ask the Career Engineer. That's where I take actually your questions. Some of you will do it live, but a lot of you are sending those emails. I'm going to talk about them. It's going to be geared toward March. I'm going to see how many of y'all are going to ask me questions about AI, right? And how that's going to impact the workforce. But I will do that next Monday, or every Monday, first Mondays at 12. So Ask the Career Engineer. In fact, the schedule, if you're watching us here on YouTube, you can see that there. So do subscribe to our channel so you don't miss anything I say. Boom, there it is. You can always email me a question or comment about this show or anything else we say at info@tcenow.com, and I will do my best to respond. So again, don't get anxious, get prepared. Even though layoffs are happening and you're hearing rumors are closing, there's an antidote for that. It really is. In fact, the antidote is this. Don't get anxious, get prepared. We just shared with you guys how. So listen, I want you to have a fantastic week full of power, purpose, and positioning. remember, your career engineer is always here for you. If you missed this broadcast, well, you're watching it now, but if you catch it again, but someone watches it later, put your comment in there. I will respond. I do it all the time. So y'all be blessed. Have an amazing week, and we will touch base soon. God bless you.